Actions for finding meaning are naming the problem, which refers to accepting that it's a situation that has an unknown outcome. So it helps people to deal with the uncertainty just by naming that uncertainty is the problem. So at some point, the problem may not be how do how to get the child back, but it may be how to live with the uncertainty of whether the child will ever return. Dialectical thinking is another action that can help in finding meaning. And what that refers to is a very flexible way of thinking where you see things as both and rather than either or. You're able to maintain two opposing experiences, the presence of someone and the absence of someone at the same time. So examples would be the glass is both half full and half empty, or the child is both present and absent, or I am moving on with my life and I am still hopeful that my child will return. That type of thinking can be helpful in finding and meaning and giving a narrative that helps you to move on, but also helps you to acknowledge your loss. Belief systems, religion, and spirituality can be extremely helpful to people dealing with trauma and loss. And it's no different with alienated parents. Relying on faith, having a worldview that includes a higher good has been shown to be very helpful for the alienated parents that I've worked with. Forgiveness is another action that can be taken to help find some meaning. And this can be approached in very small steps. So with alienation, uh, a rejected parent can feel betrayed by many people, especially if they've been in a long, protracted legal battle. They can feel betrayed by the child. They can feel, of course, betrayed by the ex-spouse, but they can also feel betrayed by a judicial system and by the professionals that they've hired to help them. So this process of forgiveness may be a very long process. I have found that working with alienated parents, it's easiest to begin with the forgiveness of the child. And that happens by moving the parent from anger and a sense of betrayal into a place of compassion and empathy to understand what it must have been like for the child, how they were in a no-win situation, the pressure that the other parent put on them. All of those things will help the parent move to a place of forgiveness. Um, and then another action is extending small good works or um, towards people who have who the parent feels like has betrayed them. This can be quite a stretch for alienated parents, which I completely understand, and have seen some success in starting this particular action by extending good efforts and good works towards other parents who are alienated. So, for instance, if you are a rejected parent that has been through a lot of litigation and you know of another parent who's just starting the process and feeling lost, it helps to extend help to those parents. That's a really good way of beginning this action item of engaging in small good works.